Yeah, very big welcome to you, my dear Sagittarius. The sun is in Pisces, and for Pisces in the tarot, we have the moon, and the moon is in your sign, and so you're getting directly, no matter if the moon is only half, waning, or waxing, or full, or even empty, you are getting through the sun, which is in Pisces, the light to look at your blending, to look at what it is that you want to bring into this world by uniting the feminine and the masculine. Right, and so the story goes, the 14, the 18, and the 19. We're going to the right to your full moon, which you get in your opposite sign, Gemini. And so I read to the right for 6 months, and then I read to the left for 6 months. I do that so that you get that feeling of 6 months I go extroverted to the full moon, 6 months I go introverted to the new moon, and you read different, completely different when you do it like this, right? And so I just want you to see this constellation. Now, Pisces is getting ruled by Neptune. Neptune is the hanged man, and here it's the vision. Very beautiful, the number 12. And you are getting ruled by Jupiter, which is the number 10, and is here the harvest, right? The wheel of fortune, this expansion that we want to live out there. The yoga position for Pisces is fish pose, up dog, down dog. And for you, very clearly, forward bend, Paschimottanasana. We find deep within us the angel that we are. You are the eagle, here the totem of pipes, right? And you're the 9th zodiac sign, and so connected to the 9th house of you learning and believing that you can truly fly. And you are, as Sagittarius, the one that loves to discover the world, and so the error is pointing to the right, but when we become the card, the error goes deep within. And so the same here, right? So understand that the bird flies to the right and you think, great, extroverted, which is the full moon. But when you then become the card, you realize all of that which you experience in the outside will benefit you from the inside as well. Back to the last reading where you had Aquarius Sun giving Sagittarius Moon the light. The message was, trust the seeker in you. He, she knows what it's all about. And so you see here the High Priestess. And of course the High Priestess here is the seeker, and she was reversed, and I see one card is coming back, and I also see Gemini. So Gemini was talking already for you in sense of knowing that the Gemini energy is giving you the light for your full moon. And so we are going to begin the reading. So you, on a physical level, get the 6 of Stones. And the 6 of Stones, that's Moon in Taurus. So you have the 9 and the 6 is the 15. Sometimes you get attached to something on the physical plane. Here you are washing here the stones, searching for gold. Giving and taking is usually the message of this card, and this is the card that came last time as well. Through Gemini, through the communication. And now the 9 and the 6 is the 15, that's the attachment sometimes, right? Through Capricorn, through realizing that maybe you want to hold on, but when you fly, you don't need to hold on to anything. The 6 is left. What is coming from the Mother Piece Tarot? You get the 6 of Swords, which is Mercury in Aquarius. And you see 6 women flying here, and this is then a 6-6 portal. So in the 6-6 portal, you recognize learning how to give and take, learning what the earth gives you and what you are taking from the earth will be beneficial to you if you share it with others, if you come together, if you realize that the community is important. And so the 6 and 6 could be the 12 if I calculate it together, but I leave the portals. Portals are always important because now a double digit is coming, right? So twice the 6. That's creativity in the way you see things in the third eye. But the 12 and the 9 is the 21. And the 21 is the world. And so see that you see the world from a higher perspective always. Try to go up and see that what we're doing down here on this planet is not always beneficial for all. It's beneficial for the one person, right? But somehow it's a positive card, the 6 of stones, but nevertheless be vigilant because the 15 came up here, and the 15 is then you make a career out of it and you are getting lost in the attachments of who you have become because you found gold or you found whatever you found. And so this is where the intellect comes in and helps you to fly. It's almost like, yes, you are down here creating whatever it is you're creating, but in the end, you are an eagle. You're flying. This is a moment, but this is what you really like, right? And so the message is quite clear, right? Observe and see that you're not getting attached to nothing. So what is the Wheel of Fortune bringing here? Jupiter. What is Jupiter wanting to tell you? And Jupiter is bringing you the abracadabra, the number 34. And she's pointing to a star, right? And the sun is a star, a dwarf star. And so you have the 13 and here the 34, which is then a 44. And the 44 is then again a portal, twice the 4. Understand that the 4 is inside of the blending as the 14th major arcana. And the 4 is having the stability. But I can also calculate the 3 and the 4. The 3, the Empress and the Emperor together, we get a 7. And the 7 is the emotional intelligence that we get when we reach up, when we look like the eagle from high above. And then you see the stars and you see the constellation and you see what influences you. The 10 and the 7 is the 17. That's Aquarius. And Aquarius said, trust the seeker in you. He, she knows what it's all about. So you're seeking, you are wanting to find out who you truly are. The 17 turns into an 8, and the 8 again is that infinite understanding of you learning in the 18 from the moon, from the grandmothers, from the seeds that been planted in your subconscious, in your feelings, in your dreams. Now, what is your deck bringing? The 9 of stones. Very interesting. You had the 6 of stones, right? And now you have 9 of stones. That's 15 stones. And that's, again, Capricorn is teaching you a lesson. Yes, you find things, but then give it back to the young generation. And so the 15 turns back into a 6. So the 6 stones are left. And so with your 9 as the totem and this 9, you have a 9-9 portal. And in that 9-9, you recognize as the completion, the creativity in how for each one the completion of his life feels different. And so here the 7 and the 9 turns into a 16. The 16 is Mars. Let go. Let go of thinking that you know everything. Give it back to the young generation and show them how to plant, how to point, and how to learn. And so, of course, the 10 and the 7, the 17, the 8, and the 9, again the 17. So you're learning through Aquarius tremendously that you have to look at the stars to recognize what's really going on, right? But also remember here the 7 is left, the emotional intelligence to understand all of it. What is the Mother Peace Tarot bringing? You're getting the Daughter of Swords to the right, and those are the air signs, the young generation of the air signs. So here we have Gemini, your opposite sign, then we have Libra, and we have Aquarius, which gave you last time the light, right? And told you to trust the seeker in you. And to seek is to then learn as much as you can so that you can give it to the young generation, what you have realized. Teach them how to plant, how to learn about the stars, and you see how she is really conjuring up here this horse, and she is with her sword, and she's like, yes, I'm up here on the mountain and I summon the gods, right? I know what I'm gonna do, and I'm going out to the full moon, and I know what I want. And so these are the 3 zodiac signs. The 7 and the 3 is a 10. Then you have a 10-10 portal here, and the 9, right? And so observe and see the 10-10. We have twice the 1 and twice the 0. The 0 is Uranus. That's the Fool. And the 1 always is the magician that is Mercury. And so you get the information that something powerful is happening here. You pointing at the star, and in there you can teach this child to look up to the sky and to do the things so that this young child can become a teenager, right? And then become sufficient, can survive. And this is what Jupiter is telling you, right? Teach the young generation what you have learned, and you will realize how important it is what you have learned. Then we look at Temperance. Temperance is, of course, always the soul aspect of you, the blending. And you getting the example of Eros, and that's the King of Swords. That's Aquarius. And so Aquarius is coming here as the 11th zodiac sign. Here the 14, right? We have a 1 in there as well, so it could be 3 times the 1. And then we had, of course, the 10-10 here under the harvest. And so you have 5 times the 1. And the 5 is always the throat chakra. So Aquarius is coming, and she also is teaching the child what she's doing. She's showing the child, look, dear, this is how we're doing it. And I think something like this is happening now in your life. But what is Aquarius saying? Aquarius is bringing you again the 6 of Pentacles. And you see now that the 6 of Pentacles here look completely different than these 6 of Pentacles. So this is more Native American drawings. And now here we see how they share tea with each other. You made the money, and now you can enjoy and indulge with others what you have realized. You also have the 11 here, so there's a 6-6 portal again with the 6 of Swords. So it's 3 times the 6, and 3 times feel the empowerment in the 6, in the self-love, in Gemini, right? Gemini that brought you last time the 6 of Pentacles, because Gemini is the number 6 as a major arcana, and so the 6-6, right, is framing the 11. And you see that something here is coming to you and letting you know, well, you are realizing that in company with others you can blend what it is that you have learned. And so it's a very beautiful message. Good. Then I want to see what is Pisces bringing. And Pisces is bringing you here the Knight of Cups, which is Pisces. Pisces is bringing you trust that the knowledge you're getting from Aquarius, Pluto in Aquarius, right? It's that big moment where the mystical aspect of learning and believing comes by trusting your elders, and you are jumping. And so it's almost like she's teaching this child to trust your instinct, to trust what you have deep within. and she's letting herself fall into this fluffy pink cloud. And so here's the 12. So we have an 11 and then the 12. And they follow each other, right? This is Aquarius, and now comes Pisces, and Pisces is giving you the light, right? Through the sun, the grandmother. So she is letting you know, she planted the seed deep within you, saying, yes, trust whatever it is that you want to do. But what is Pisces bringing? Pisces is bringing the ripeness. And it's very interesting, right? So here you have the 9 of stones, and now you have the 9 of stones again, and you see it's different. Here you show this child how to plant the seeds, and now how it's growing. And now the plants that you planted here are really ripe, and you can eat from it. And it's almost like this child that is standing here, that has learned from you this, and has learned from you also this, because this is Mercury in Aquarius, right? The 6 of Swords here, Aquarius. So you're realizing something very profound, that now you're getting the 9 of Pentacles again, but now what you have sown has grown into a big tree, and you can eat the plums. So beautiful, right? So you have the 9-9 portal, and you have the 6-6, and you have the 6 of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles twice. And so you see that you can trust that things grow when you attend it, when you show the next generation how to do it. And then they become people who again will show others you can fly, you can trust, and you can just be who you want to become, however you always wanted to become. And so what a beautiful message is coming here. Here, this is Venus in Virgo, right? The 9 of Pentacles. And so you see that you are jumping into the ripeness, into, yes, I can do it. I am ready. And so you see the 14, the 5, and here we have the 11, which I leave the portal, but here we have the 12, which turns into a 3. The 3 and the 5 is the 8. And the 8 is that infinite, allowing yourself to jump into the infinite and seeing that everything has its purpose, has its moment. And so a very beautiful message is coming here to you. What is the Mother Peace Tarot bringing? You're getting again the Sun of Cups to the right, and the Sun of Cups is pointing over to here the Knight of Cups. So this is Pisces twice, so you have a 12-12 portal. And it's leading to now that Pisces is really wanting to tell you something, that Pisces is bringing you somehow a rebirth. And in that rebirth, you know that you had a vision, and in that vision you know what is important. You also know that the 10, the harvest, has come up, right? And that you realize that the sun has spoken to you, and that you are here to take that next step, right? Like I said, we had the 7 and the 3 here. That was a 10 as well, the 10-10. And so now you have a 3-3, or first a 12-12, then a 3-3. That's the Empress. The Empress knows. So I leave the 5 and here the 11 and here the 3-3. So you getting into the mastery, because you see here he is playing the flute. He has jumped into the water and he came out and now is playing the flute, and he can trust. This person can trust life because he had a great teacher. And so you can become that great teacher for yourself as well. And this is where the blending comes in. You are realizing if you help someone else to achieve what you have understood here, then you can actually also see that the 6 of stones brought you here, this gathering, drinking tea, enjoying, giving and taking. And the 9 of stones are bringing you here the crops that have grown into here the ripeness of the fruit. I can eat from it, right? It's so beautiful. You have really this double confirmation that, yeah, the 6 of stones where you worked hard has turned into this, and the 9 of stones where you showed the hard work to this child also has come into fruition. And it's such a beautiful message that you see that everything is there for a reason. When we do something, we can later enjoy it. We have done the right thing, and you also had this twice coming, right? It's pointing over to him, and he's almost like, yay, I'm jumping in here. And then he's like playing the flute, and it's just so beautiful. The 3 flowers here. It's like, yes, you are realizing that everything is just the way it's supposed to be. You also have this, right, magician here who's pointing to the stars. The stars are apparently good for you right now, so keep doing what you're doing. Keep learning, right? Learning the mystical aspect of this life, and see that you let the path of love guide you. That's what Pisces is bringing. He's like bringing love and love and more love. And in that love, you are recognizing, yes, I then can have a moment like this, and I can then have a moment like this. And this is like, I'm just enjoying myself. And yes, I had the 6-6, right? But you know, whatever you worked here on, it's like coming to fruition. It's coming to a clear understanding. Like, yes, I know that this work that I did is paying off now, and I can enjoy it to the fullest. So beautiful. I hope I see you in the next reading. That's when we get the Sun in Aries. There's no wands, there's no action, there's one wand. Right, her finger is pointing at the star. Until then, I thank you so much for being with me. Namaste.